Burial time, K. J. Deal with it, deal with it. St. Paul bus big gun.
What's good? Jake Sauce Reacts. Back another video, back another reaction. Hope you're smelling good, feeling good, looking good 24/7. Never lacking. So this video was sent to me by Castle Sixx, man. Shout out to you because you did send me this video and you said it was a good, broken down, updated video. And that's exactly what I needed because I've been reacting to a lot of old videos. You know what I'm saying? For these, for example, if y'all ain't caught up, make sure y'all go catch up to them if you want a better understanding. If y'all don't know what's going on, just like me, I feel like those are good videos to go watch. And I'll put the link in the description to this video. Shout out to them because I did go through the comments and it did say that it was a very good broken down video. So I'm super excited to go ahead and hop into it, man. Yeah, let me throw these in real quick. So I can make sure I hear every detail because I feel like we've been getting to the bottom of it. Hold on, video started playing. So I feel like I've been really getting to the bottom of it as far as getting the background on what's going on and how things started and how things got so rough so quickly. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and hop into it. I'm done talking.
Welcome back to another episode of Trench Tales. For this episode, we finally head back to the Caribbean, where we cover some important history that nobody knows about. But despite the lack of publicity, this is a major problem that Trinidad has to deal with. So get ready because this is a good one. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you are new. So let's get into it. We start off about 3,000 miles southeast of the United States in the beautiful Trinidad and Tobago. In the underbelly of Trinidad.
See, that was the first thing I was waiting on him to fuck up on. If he was gonna say Tobago, I was gonna click off this video immediately. I'm telling you.
Dancehall artist Rebel Sixx emerged as a mysterious presence, captivating attention by releasing powerful diss tracks, targeting his adversaries. Allegedly. One of his targets was Prince Swanee, reportedly once affiliated with the Rasta City crew, who has since embarked on his own venture called Z-Tech. Another individual in Rebel Sixx's crosshairs was Toppy Boss, who was allegedly linked to the Muslim crew. Rebel Sixx's...
Y'all think Toppy slept on? Y'all fuck with Toppy like that? I feel like he be snapping. He be going hard.
Powerful lyrics resonated deeply within the nation, carrying a merciless and deliberate message. The clashing artists produced an entirely new wave of music that swept the island like an unstoppable storm, more specifically categorized as Trinidad dancehall. Once soothing beats of reggae and dancehall transformed into a dark symphony of murder music, becoming a weapon wielded by the rival crews.
Another bloody night has plagued the Port of Spain division with 3 murders and a spate of shootings in the Laventille area. Reports are that in St. Barb's around 9:30 on Wednesday evening, Dexter Polskin Joseph, an alleged leader of the St. Barb's Rasta City gang, was killed.
The consequences were devastating as the infectious musical epidemic gripped the nation.
Okay, so that's what started the war, the death of him. Okay. So it wasn't before anything, but nah, it's been going on since the 1990s though, for real. So I guess it's just new generational gangs. I guess that's what you call it.
Plunging it into a never-ending nightmare. Trinidad's murder rate skyrocketed, gunshots blazing in the streets, a chilling testament to the power of this unholy marriage between music and violence. The results, ranking the country just below Afghanistan on the crime index.
Bro.
At Domino's, you can get more than just amazing, delicious
y'all the real
pizza. There's also lava cakes, bread
y'all
bites,
is the real Chirac. Like, nah, hold on. Let me let these ads go.
In the midst of this chaos,
right below Afghanistan is insane. Like, I don't even know what to say to that. I don't know what to say to that whatsoever. And somebody said in my comments, like, if Trinidad was over here in the States, they would probably be ranked top 3. Top 3. Phew, that shit's crazy.
Rebel Sixx became a target of a sinister plan. He was ambushed by his rivals, driven by betrayal and jealousy. Before we dive deep into the wicked and wild world of Armageddon.
Yeah, because Rebel passed when he was in a crib playing the game, right? That's what they said. That's what they said. Hey, y'all lucky I can't pull the comment up, man. Is that what happened?
Let's rewind the clock and unravel how this war between cliques actually started. Trinidad and Tobago, once colonized by the British Crown, boasts a unique ethnic mix, but has faced historical problems with divisions along racial lines. In 1962, it gained independence from Great Britain and became a sovereign nation, eventually declaring itself a republic in 1976. Since gaining independence, Trinidad and Tobago has been marked by a divide between two political parties. The People's National Movement, a leftist liberal socialist party, has been championed by the Rasta city crew of the Rastafarian culture, advocating for equality and fairness for all. On the flip side, there's the United National Congress, UNC, a conservative party favoring free markets and limited social services. They basically oppose the PNM in every way they can, going beyond mere political differences. Unlike in most places, political parties in Trinidad are deeply divided. Neighborhoods align themselves with either the PNM or
Is that serious? Like, hold on. Is that serious to the point? Like, that's like Republicans and Democrats, like, literally not even dapping each other up, not talking to each other, none of that shit. Like, that's wild. As far as, like, the fact that it's cut down, the fact that it reached the government, like, divided like that is insane.
UNC, creating bitter rivalries. Even neighboring streets become enemies if they support different parties. So if one neighborhood is PNM and across the street is UNC, they have to be bitter rivals. This holds especially true in the capital city of Port of Spain, where things have spiraled out of control. Since the 1960s, it has become one of the most dangerous cities worldwide, largely because of intense political rivalries. But in recent times, the rise of Trinidad dancehall murder music has added to the chaos. Artists from different camps diss each other, and citizens have normalized these violent messages.
When I first reacted to that video, Black Rain, I did not know who that was. Hold on.
Dancehall children had the freedom to choose to normalize these violent.
There you go. I didn't know who that was. I was saying that was Prezi and shit. At the time I reacted to that, I didn't know nothing about no gang wars. I didn't know nothing about nothing. I was just reacting like, damn, that nigga just got shot the fuck up. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? It was like so much going on and shit. But now that I'm caught up, everything is making sense. Everything is connecting. And I love that for me.
Messages, using them as fuel for their own violent activities. Initially, children had the freedom to choose their own political beliefs, but over time, it shifted to being determined by the neighborhood they grew up in. So if you hailed from a UNC neighborhood, you were expected to align with them. This toxic situation brings us to the heart of it all. Welcome to Port of Spain, unquestionably one of the worst places in Trinidad. The region itself is divided into two closely neighboring sections. First, you have Laventil, an area originally built by freed slaves and then developed by the UNC. A breeding ground for the mobilization efforts of an Islamic organization, once led by a 6-foot man by the name of Abu Bakr, who in 1990 made a controversially bloody attempt to seize and temporarily overthrow the country's democratically elected government. On an ordinary afternoon in Trinidad and Tobago, families gather for a local Sesame Street show when the TV screen flickers, revealing the imposing figure of
What in the evil villain head ass type of shit is that? He interrupted a cartoon show and then started coming on the screen. Like, I would feel like I was in The Purge if I ever seen some shit like that. Like, get me the fuck up out of here ASAP. Like, I would have probably ran out the room. Like, I would have been out this bitch. What the fuck you mean? Why is you popping up on my TV like this? That's some real federal shit. Oh, hell no.
Abu Bakr, standing tall at 6'4". Dressed in a flowing white robe, his face radiates a menacing intensity. Abu Bakr makes a shocking announcement.
At 6 p.m. this afternoon, the government of Trinidad and Tobago was overthrown. The Prime Minister and members of the cabinet are under arrest.
Gunshots ring out,
Damn.
interrupting the chaos. Panic erupts as an armed figure in...
They showed that on TV? They interrupted everything and they showed all of this, the footage and live footage of it happening, like, or was this like afterwards some shit? Because if they did this everything like live, that's crazy. That's white padded wall crazy.
Camouflage fatigue storms in the country's parliament. For 6 days and 5 nights, Trinidad is held captive by Abu Bakr
Ain't
and
nobody
his 115 devoted followers under the banner of Jamaat al-Muslimin. This audacious coup marks the only militant Islamic uprising in the Western Hemisphere, claiming 24 lives and leaving a lasting impact on Trinidad. And you know what? Bakr never faced conviction despite attempting to arrest his own country's prime minister.
Right, because they said the charges was fake, right? They pinned everything against them. None of that shit was real, right?
In the aftermath, the country takes a dark turn. Annual murders escalate from under 100 to a staggering 600 as deadly gang warfare engulfs the nation. And for this reason, the People's National Movement was infuriated. The residents of the community across the street were far from being supporters, to put it mildly. This would be Beetham, allegedly home to the formidable Rasta City gang, a tight-knit group of PNM loyalists. Many Afro-Trinidadians felt neglected by the government fueling their alliance with Rasta City. The gang emerged as a resistance against the control exerted by the Muslim gang. The Muslims controlled the majority of the area's weapons, drugs, and wealth. While Rasta City has deep Rastafarian roots originating from Jamaica and their reverence for Emperor Haile Selassie, whom they consider the embodiment of Jesus, it is ironic that the current crew deviates from the religion's pacifist and non-materialistic beliefs, often showcasing their long, lavish gold chains of the highest carats. Remember this guy? Fast forward to the 21st century, and Trinidad's landscape has drastically changed. Two dominant gangs, the Nine's Muslims and the Seven's Rasta City, have transformed into umbrella organizations sheltering.
Bro, Trinidad James fell off hard as fuck. Did y'all used to listen to him out there? Or was he just getting like clout? Was he just getting clout off his name? Hold on. I was trying to see everybody that was in this. Alright. Damn. Yeah, I don't know nobody but Swanee. Who was there? Damn.
Comprising both Rasta City and Muslim units. Amidst the vibrant music scene in Trinidad, two names stood out, captivating the nation with their exceptional talent. Prince Swanee, mesmerizing audiences worldwide with his chart-topping hit Catch 22, and Rebel Sixx, a highly favored dancehall artist. What many may not know is that these two artists were once close friends, and allegedly even a part of the same Seven's Rasta City camp. Growing up together, they collaborated on songs and shared dreams of using their musical gifts to escape the streets.
Damn, R.I.P. Rebel, man.
However, tragedy struck when Rebel Sixx became disenchanted with the way the Seven camp was being led by its authorities. This discord reportedly caused a rift between Prince Swanee and Rebel Sixx, turning once loyal friends into bitter enemies.
That's crazy.
The falling out was fueled by corruption and negative vibes infecting the Rasta City camp. As a result, Rebel Sixx decided to part ways and eventually joined the Sixx crew, reportedly led by the infamous dancehall entertainer Squash. His move to align with the renowned Sixx camp, originating from Jamaica, sent shockwaves across Trinidad as he introduced the Sixx movement to the island. The transformation from friends to foes was a result of the deep-seated issues within the Rasta City camp, and their divergent paths led them to opposing factions. The clash between Prince Swanee and Rebel Sixx, now representing different camps, added a new layer of intensity to Trinidad's music scene, making headlines and sparking intrigue among their fans and followers. As the crew started to shift amidst the turmoil within Rasta City, a brutal tribal war erupted, plunging the Seven Gang, Sixx Gang, and Muslims Gang into a deadly cycle of violence. Night and day, they ruthlessly attempted to assassinate each other, making the streets as hot as ever.
That's crazy. That's crazy. They woke up, they rolled out of bed, and their main goal was like, I'm gonna catch a body today. I'm catching bodies today. That's their main goal when they woke up. They said, fuck breakfast. Hit them roll-ons. Goddamn, they didn't even eat. That's how you know they on their demon time. They said, we about to go catch some bodies. Like, that's crazy.
Things had spiraled out of control. The top artists from each group decided to initiate a peace meeting on July 4th, 2020. The Sixxes, Rasta City, and the Muslims were poised to set aside their differences and sign a treaty, a glimmer of hope amidst the darkness. It was a chance to extinguish the bloodshed and restore harmony to a city teetering on the edge.
From today onwards, there are no groups, gangs, or organizations, informal or otherwise, by the names Unruly ISIS or Rasta City in Chaguanas or any part of Trinidad. The former gang members are changing their ways, and they ask for the public's forgiveness and help.
However, as the appointed hour approached, Rebel Sixx chose to betray the truce. Suspicion gripped his mind, convinced that the peace meeting was a treacherous trap, a cunning ploy to outsmart him and fake reconciliation. By deliberately snubbing the gathering.
Okay, damn, he snubbed the gathering. Okay, so that's understandable. Like, your ops is saying, like, yo, let's pull up. Well, it ain't even really they ops, because he know them. Like, yo, that's Swanee and them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's Z-Tech and them. You feel me? So it ain't, I wouldn't even say really ops, but I don't know. I guess like I was saying before, it's hard. You can't really trust people. You feel me? You can't really 100% trust people. So I could feel where he was coming from, where he could get ambushed or something like that. But I don't. Damn, that one right there was a tough move. That was a tough move. But let me keep watching and see like what really happened.
Rebel Sixx sent a chilling message to the Rasta and Muslim camps. They interpreted his absence as a deceitful sign, a signal that the beef remained far from over, and he craved war instead. The shadows grew darker on that fateful Sunday night, enveloping Rebel Sixx's residence in Viceroy Crescent, literally less than 24 hours after the peace meeting. Lost in the virtual world of video games, he remained oblivious to the impending danger lurking just beyond his open front door. Unbeknownst to him, his sanctuary was about to be violated by an unfathomable darkness.
Crazy.
Suddenly, the tranquility of the night was shattered as two figures silently infiltrated his home like footsteps of stealthy Navy SEALs. Allegedly.
That's what his crib look like, for real, for real? How y'all cribs look like? It look like regular ass houses, you know what I'm saying? I don't really know. I'm trying to be more knowledgeable in everything that's going on, but I guess I could Google that in my own time. I guess I can.
Startled by a sound, Rebel Sixx momentarily removed his video game headset but dismissed it as nothing, placing it back on instead of reaching for a weapon.
Who knows all of this? What the fuck? Do he got cameras in his crib or something? How do they know he took his headset off because he thought he heard something and then put it back on? Like, how do they know that? Where did they get that information from?
Aware of the intruders, he turned towards the door and felt a chill run down his spine as he confronted the looming presence before him. In a horrifying symphony, the walls echoed with the eruption of gunfire. Bullets cut through.
What the fuck? Whoever's talking on this, they need to get into voice acting and all of that shit. Do y'all hear it? This feel like I'm in the movie. Shout out to you. Kudos to y'all. Whoever made this video, man. Shout out Trench Tales. This is the most I ain't gonna say informative, but the most updated. Yeah, I say informative for real. Most updated and informative. Shout out to you, man.
On their target. The assailants unleashed a relentless storm of bullets, approximately 20 finding their mark on Rebel Sixx.
That's
Amidst
crazy.
the chaos, a relative stood frozen in terror, silently witnessing the nightmarish scene.
Oh, okay.
Miraculously.
Okay, so it was somebody in there with him. Okay, that makes sense on how they know the story happened. So they was just chilling in a cut or something? Like, they just like, nah, I'm gonna let Shawty go, or whoever was in there go? I ain't hear where she was at. Maybe I missed it. Hold on, let me see.
Amidst the chaos, a relative stood frozen in terror, silently witnessing the nightmarish scene. Miraculously, fate spared them, leaving them unscathed as the assassins swiftly escaped the premises.
That makes it sound like a setup. Of course it was already a setup, but that makes it sound like a super setup. Like, it was somebody else in the crib. They didn't get touched at all. Did they see? Of course they seen them because they witnessed it. They witnessed everything that just happened. What so he was probably with a bitch. You think he was with a bitch or something? Who was with him? If he was with a bitch, you know what I'm saying? She was probably on some shicey shit. You can't trust these hoes, man. They'll do anything for a Chanel bag and some red bottoms. You can't trust them. So like, what was going on? What?
Loud sirens screamed through the dark night while the cops raced like lightning. They scooped up the injured Rebel Sixx in a hurry, zooming him off to Arima Hospital. But fate, being heartless, had already made its move. As they raced ahead, Rebel Sixx's life slipped away, stolen by the merciless hands of his assailants. In the aftermath of the harrowing attack, silence descended upon Viceroy Crescent. A heavy shroud of mourning and devastation. The night once filled with hopes and dreams now carried the weight of tragedy. A vibrant voice in the music world silenced forever. The grim announcement came from the lips of the authorities. This was no random act of violence. Gang warfare had stained the streets with blood once more. As the city grappled with grief, an insidious question lurked in the shadows. Who orchestrated this sinister plot? The investigation for answers began as the puzzle of motives and perpetrators unraveled. Departing from the Sevens, Rebel Sixx inadvertently painted a target on his back, igniting the flames of vengeance in the hearts of those left behind. Amidst the tangled threads of their shared past, a haunting question by fans lingered.
Yeah, he was already beefing with everybody. Was already trying to beef with him and shit like that. Me personally, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Swanee did it. You know what I'm saying? Like, he would already had enemies. You feel me? And then he was already doing it with this music shit. So on top of that, it's always gonna cause enemies. It off the jump. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Me personally, I don't think anyone close to him or was close to him set him up. Like, whoever the fuck was in that crib, that's the one to be watching. Like, who was really in that crib with him?
Could Swanee, possibly once a trusted companion, be driven by jealousy that festered like a venomous serpent?
Right. Jealousy.
However,
man.
I doubt this was the case. In the backdrop of this risky dance between rival crews, the Muslims, a mere adversary on the surface reportedly held secrets of their own. Whispers of rebel Sixx's desire to break free from the Sixx group to join the Muslims circulated, casting shadows of suspicion that it could have allegedly been members of his own Sixx group who placed the hit. As the truth remained a puzzle lost amidst the murky depths of the underbelly, one thing was certain: Rebel Sixx had become a pawn in a dangerous game, entrapped in the clutches of the Trinidad gang culture, his fate sealed by forces beyond his control. In the midst of this tale, the truth still waits in the shadows, awaiting for its moment to be unveiled. Until then, let us know what you think down in the comment section below, and we'll see you guys in another video real soon.
Okay, he talking super evil, bro. I don't know what type timing bro is on, but he on something else. But yo, yeah, that was very informative. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that's the end of that. Let me know what y'all think in the comments below. Let me know what y'all think. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. J Sauce. I'm out this one.
Mac 90 light take care. All my dogs are murder.